So today we're going to be continuing to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over on this fantasy map. It has been a while since I made one of these, and well, to be quite frank with you, I really didn't have any ideas, but now I have a few. So we're going to get back into it, but here's a quick recap. Also, by the way, I'm very sorry, but this map is not the same as the map that we ended on. That is because the last video corrupted, and yeah, that's not very good. So this map is going to be a little bit different, but we'll go over that right now. One of the first things, the gold team expanded quite a bit. Their borders look something like this now. So yeah, they expanded a little bit. I can't remember if this revolution was already going on. I think it was, but yeah, that's there as well. Down here, I know that we ended off with this and a couple of other things, but now we're gonna officially start to get into this episode. Remember, if you guys do like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm sorry that my channel is a little hard to see because it's a different name. I'm gonna work on like a new logo or whatever for that. So yeah, but let's get right into this. Starting off over here with the pink team, we see that pink team forces continue to move into the red team over here, or this exclave, and in fact they get pretty close to this major city. Now why is this major city important? Well, if you watched the last episode, I know that was a month ago, but this city is the only major city over here. So yeah, that's not too good, as they are right outside the doorstep, and this rebellion is very close to losing another thing over here. However, the rebellion is having success as they are able to capture this major city. This is pretty good, as now if this one gets captured, they have a new base of operations. But as for this, they continue to sprout out over here as they yearn to connect up with one of their other breakaway states. But up here, they are trying to encircle the pink team troops down here in the south, as they almost do it, but they are stopped and supply lines are run very thin. Additionally, with this, we see that the blue team is able to make some pushbacks against the pink team, kicking them all the way out, and now they are going to resume their expansion, or like their conquest over here, which looks something like this. Don't really want that, but looks something like this as they start to go around this major city and they eventually completely encircle it. But otherwise, over here, they will work to completely split the pink team in half. This is huge for the pink team, or not for the pink team, for the rebels, because now all of these troops are encircled. And with this, we immediately see the pushback of a century over here, as they reach all the way up to their border that they started with, and they also encircle, or are about to encircle, all of these troops over here, which they start to retreat. However, they're then cut off from this section, and then they're all massacred. Eventually, they will be pushed up here in their last holdout major city, and from here, it's going to get pretty bad. As we see blue team troops start to roll over in mass as they start to push back the pink team a lot, and that's the wrong color. But they are able to capture this major city, and then the worst happens as the pink team is completely wiped out of this area, and now they are just over here. So yeah, the pink team empire is quickly falling. Additionally, over here, we see that the red team is able to make a huge they have a huge accomplishment in this war, and this is reaching the gates of the city, which is very good for them. If they capture the city, a naval invasion onto the pink team would be like really good for them, as they then encircle the city. However, in the south, it's gonna go a little bit south, with some minor pink team invasions into this place, as they almost take a major city. However, then they are going to start their pushback around here, so they use a couple of troops for that, or not a couple, like a couple thousand. but they use troops for this, and then they decide it is time to make a full-on invasion into this northern part, as if they are able to take out this part, that is basically the strongest part of this whole rebellion, until something really bad happens down here in the south. As a pink team general has just been encircled, and in a magnificent battle which results in thousands of deaths on both sides, the general is going to be captured and executed in this territory. And this is a very, very large defeat for the pink team, as now they're up here and their whole country is basically it's not doing too good. But now we are going to step away from this and go back to the pink team. I did rewatch the episode, so yeah, I believe something happened over here. But also this capital is still here, so let me erase that. There we go. But coming over to the pink team, we saw that they built 2 capital cities last episode. And well, I went over that, so I'm not going to go over it again. But we also saw that their alliance expanded a little bit, if I can find the alliances layer. But we see that the Pentagon Alliance did expand a little bit down here in Trissus. Now, unfortunately, these guys, they added to their alliance, as now the pink team is kind of doing stuff here. Now, I was trying to figure out, or maybe I'll do what's it called? Trade routes. But that's gonna be kind of hard to do because there's huge ships already. Not like metal ships. They have probably wooden ones, maybe the Roman ships. Not huge, not wooden ships yet. Although the pink team is definitely really close because they're the strongest country in the world. And speaking of the strongest country in the world, let's do power rankings. Now, I can't remember if we did power rankings in the last episode, but if we did, I don't really care. We're going to do them again. At number 1, it is still the pink team. The pink team is the top dog in the world still, and it's not even close. I mean, it's kind of close. But at number 2, it is the dark blue country up here. These guys are pretty strong just because, well, they've been around They've been around for a long time. Number 3 is actually still the yellow team. No competition there. Nobody really is kind of close to them for third power. I mean, you could say the blue team is close, but these guys are militaristic, and they've been doing some expansion, which kind of hinting at what happens next. But at number 4, let's see who that is. At number 4, we have the blue team. However, if I can remember my letters, it is 4A. As you can see, there's another country that is around their strength, and that country is the green country. I mean, these guys were previously number 4th, but now the dark blue team is reaching these guys' power level, so that is kind of interesting for them. However, number 5 is still it is now the Floridian country. I call it Florida just because it looks like Florida, and yeah, that's why. The yellow team is actually number 7. This is because the number 6 spot goes over to the red team, who has been building their army. Number 8 is the gold team. They did some conquest last episode, and that's why they're so powerful. Number 9 is actually this green country over here. They are pretty powerful now after they have this exclave, or this puppet state. But yeah, they're pretty powerful. And then number 10 is this yellow team. Unfortunately, these guys dropped out of the power rankings. They might make an appearance later. But yeah, that's basically it for power rankings right now. But now back to the pink team. What are they doing? Well, I'm going to answer that right now. The pink team is invading the green team, and this green team, it lasts 2 weeks, and then they're gone. And then afterwards, from here, we see that the pink team is going to go after the yellow team. These guys are a lot stronger than these guys, but still, the pink team is number 1 in the world. And yeah, they get absolutely cooked with ease. But afterwards, we are going to be seeing something over here that is going to shift the pink team's focus of expansion. And this is the creation of the Parallelogram Alliance. These guys, their only motive is to keep the pink team out of their territory and stay away from them. They don't really want to get absolutely destroyed. So, yeah, they're gonna like stop, kind of stop the pink team from expanding. But yeah, that's something new for them. But now we're gonna take a look at this peace treaty over here, which is gonna result in something like this. So the pink team fully annexes those countries, and now they expand a little bit more. But after this, the pink team is going to decide to do something that is going to kind of hurt them. Not really, but this is going to be something that is going to go on for quite a while. And that is declare war on a different country. Now, you might be wondering, what country are they going to declare war on? They had this purple country over here that was removed from them forcefully in the war of the Second Alteronian War, but they don't really want to go after this because they see it as a potential ally in the future. However, they might go after it. But that brings us to the yellow team. Oh boy, what did you guys get yourselves into? As pink team troops cross the border, the yellow team is in full alarm. The yellow team is a pretty strong country. However, the pink team was once their owners. Or like they once controlled this area, and this is going to result in the pink team putting a ton of troops on this into this country. If you guys would like to do like a population map, that would be kind of cool, I think, or maybe like a armies map, just so like, I mean, I could see it. I think 80s Pro mentioned it, like just flags of like divisions going around everywhere, and then we could simulate battles better. But like, I think this is pretty cool, or just like a number of like people in their army. Uh, I think that would be pretty cool. But let's just continue on with this war. As we now see a bunch of naval landings happening all around the yellow team. We see one occur up here and one right near the capital area and right in this populous area. And this is really bad, as the yellow team is a pretty strong country, but they have had no success in pushing them back. And it gets so bad that they're almost nearly cut off from the ocean. I don't really know what the ocean is called. I don't really care about the ocean, just for colonialism. But this is really bad, especially when the capital is nearly captured by the pink team forces. However, the yellow team is going to have some success. And that success is over here. However, it's not a lot of success, as there's like no troops over here. They aren't really able to, because the pink team just blockades every single country that broke away from them in that war. But we see that this country is having a pretty decent amount of success for being its this size. But yeah, the yellow team is basically cooked, and even though they're having a little bit of success over here, but yeah, their success does not last forever, as these guys are going to break away from the yellow team with the help of the pink team. But the pink team is going to tell them to stop expanding, as they're going to send diplomats over to here through this port right here. Also, like, if you guys want me to do naval ports, please tell me, because I don't really get very many views, so I don't really know what the heck to do. But yeah, these guys get their independence. However, we do see that the yellow team makes a major comeback up here as they start to push out the pink team from these areas. This goes pretty well until it doesn't, because down here the pink team is getting even closer to their capital as they completely encircle it. And from here, they're going to start branching out towards cities, like in the tactic that they invented. Especially this one, like they go up here and they literally just walk into the city because all their forces are down here at the capital. But up here it's basically just farmers fighting, and the farmers are now rebelling away from the yellow team. Oh, that's perfect. The yellow team is getting absolutely cooked. Why am I being so mean to the yellow team, you may ask? Well, I hate the yellow team. I'm sorry for yellow team fans if you're watching this video. I'm sorry, but the yellow team is collapsing at this point. And well, with the yellow team's collapse, it's gonna bring about the destruction of the whole yellow team now, as now hundreds of, not hundreds, but millions of troops start to cross in, and immediately these guys are cooked. Like, all of this is basically gone. The yellow team is down to its capital, and after a very long fought battle, the yellow team is gone. Now, what are we going to do here? Is it just going to be a peace treaty now and these guys are going to be exclaves? No. The pink team is not having that. As pink team troops start to invade into the farmers' countries, like this one right here, and it is completely wiped out. And then the fighting begins to happen on this front up here, as now most of the pink team military is about, like, they have the largest military ever recorded. Like, their military is in the 26 millions, and it's like the, if I wanted to give you a exact timeline, I'd say it's probably like the 1200s, maybe the 1100s, like post Alteronian War. So yeah, or it might be like 100 years after the Alteronian War. I think that's what we're gonna go by. It's 100 years after the first Alteronian War, or second. So it's been about 100 years, and the pink team is out for vengeance now. And if I haven't already said this, the people on this planet are not humans. They're not humans, but they live a lot longer than humans normally do. Like, these guys are able to live to probably 200, maybe 370 years old. Like, that's how old they are. And the oldest dude ever recorded lived to be 400. But yeah, it's like, it's, if I had to put it in like our language, like AD and BC, I'd say we are in 1100 AD. So like, yeah, just for a reference for you guys. But yeah, this war is over, and now we are going to take a look at a peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see that the whole yellow team is completely annexed, and then the orange team is here, and immediately after the orange team is here, they will join the parallel, or I'm so bad with shapes, the Pentagon Alliance. But now, we're going to go over here, specifically to where the Diamond Alliance split in half, and it is here that something awful is going to happen for one of these alliances, and it is probably going to result in something huge. And that huge thing just occurred right in this little bay. Now, if you can't tell by what I just drew, the red team has just invaded the 5th strongest country in the world. However, that's not it, as multiple landings are going to be made across these two countries. There's actually going to be a couple more over here, as we see the little tiny country over here also declares war on the Diamond Alliance. This is huge, and what's even bigger is what happens right after. And oh my gosh, we have something completely brand new. And what happens? This is what happens. A coalition is formed against the colonial powers. This includes the Cross Alliance. These are all members of this coalition. And then we have the Trapezoid Alliance. These guys want to colonize. They want to colonize everything over here. And another one of the cross members is the Holy States of Aeropesia, or the I don't really care, but that's what they're called. And this war is going to be massive, as we see this immediately happening, and right after, oh boy, do we see something happen to the pink team. Now that the red team is officially in the Trapezoid Alliance, we see tons of troops storming into these beaches and completely taking over land around the pink team areas, as this is terrible news for the government of the pink team, as now they are being absolutely destroyed now. It's not even close, as we see these guys completely taking over right here, and from here we see that all three areas are then connected up in the rebellion, and the pink team is reduced to this. This is absolutely terrible. This is bad, especially for the Cross Alliance, as they don't even know that the war has started yet. I mean, they do. But, like, none of their troops, except for the ones in this country or in these two countries, are ready. There are a lot of troops on the border, but none are flowing into these other countries. So this is pretty bad. But for one last thing in this episode, we have to come over here to these guys, as they are going to do a couple of things. At this point, the holy states of Aeropesia have started to explore multiple areas around the continent, as they start to go down more south, and they have made boats. And also, they're discovering that over here has a lot of gold. Yeah, that's right, a ton of gold, as this country is making everything really out of gold now. And let me just pull something up really quick. Just the rivers and mountains, that's all. But these guys start to go around and they discover a ton of area. This is going on probably while the pink team is invading the yellow team. So this is a little bit ago, but they have been exploring these areas, and eventually they completely discover that area, and they start going down south. And this is very good for them, as the further they go down south, the more that they discover. And oh boy, when they reach, I'm pretty sure, if I look at the terrain, when they reach this, they have almost hit the jackpot. As what's about to happen? What's over here, you might ask? Well, I'm just going to draw on the map really quick. There is thousands of... This whole part is full of gold. Like, gold, there's almost no gold in the normal world. And over here, it's like all gold. Like, this over here would make you rich. Like, mega insanely rich. But anyway, what are these guys called again? The holy states are going to therefore continue to explore up these rivers, and then they encircle this piece of land, and they continue to follow up around these mountains, as they believe maybe there's more gold up here. But until then, they don't really know. And right now, this is what they have discovered. In here, it's a little bit interesting, because this is like a really weird spot of water that's like really dangerous. Like, there's a bunch of animals that live just in this area. But after this, let's see the expansion of the red team. And this is what our new holy states of Aeropesia looks like. Now, what is this, you might be asking? Well, I did change their colors, so like if we did exclaves, we'd know what they look like. However, you know that they're holy Roman or holy Aeropesian states because of this red line. But yeah, they're all under control of the red country in the center. These guys are the most powerful. And this works kind of like the Holy Roman Empire. Like, they're not united, but they can all invade each other. But like, they're all kind of semi-held together in one country. So like, if this was a whole country, it would be this big and it would look something like this. But these guys are going to expand up further and down further into the south in the later episodes. But that is going to do it for today's episode. I really hope you guys liked it. It took quite a while for me actually to do this, because like, yeah, you understand. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you did. All support is greatly appreciated. But I will see you guys in the next one.